There are many things about Dandy's world I'm sure we can all point and laugh at. And one of those things is the ridiculously awful experiences we have during the main gameplay loop. Besides being a boring, unfinished salad bar, we sometimes just get floors of immensely, stupidly bad luck. Or bad teammates. For this story, it's a bit of both. The loadout was Tisha and Brusha against Twisted's Scraps and Poppy. I was trying to get a mastery with Tisha done, but whoever was my teammate, that being the Tisha, did not matchmake. They didn't hit the button, and was probably new at the game. I don't mind, I didn't mind. At the very least, they probably knew how to stealth. And I also blame myself for this disaster floor as well. So, you would think that only having 2 machines to do on floor 1 would make life incredibly easy. Only 1 floor with a Tisha, and the mastery's done. We would think that, had the circumstances not been atrocious. It was annoying enough that both Twisted showed up to lay waste to all progress. But the fact that a Scraps melee attack managed to connect was totally draining. And then Poppy Seed over here wanted to halt all the progress, so I can't believe I gotta wait an eternity to get to go at that machine. The machine I was just kicked off of for no reason. Why were they even over there? Her walking through that hallway twice, it was pretty unlucky. That was the bit that was unlucky. The Tisha player probably wasn't observing the window, so now they're at 1. Like, at that moment, I realized this entire floor was totally against my goals of surviving 1 floor. Scraps was camping the hell out of the other machine, and the fact that we even got a rare this early was nuts. We just started. Okay, so my dumbass was scared of the cooldown on Scrap's ability, obviously. So why did I run out of the room? Who knows, bro? There was a pretty island over there. I'm assuming I was trying to pull the Twisteds as far away from the last machine as I could. And I thought I'd turn the corner like Usain Bolt, but no, that still hit. So, like, nothing's working out, right? Well, not really. We were coordinated, but they wouldn't leave. Ignoring the fact that my teammate failed the skill check. Ignore that. Scraps was so ready to screw our improv plan. She was on the way back without any input from us. But now Poppy's on the way, and so we gotta stay on this stupid floor for even longer. I tried to get us back on pace, to ensure that we wouldn't waste time and safety, but the pussy completely refused to evacuate from the premises, and I was fuming because, my dude, when everything is an inconvenience, it starts adding up. I did want to do the machine. I was the one with the extraction trinkets, but I wasn't against the idea of Tisha just finishing up her work. That is, if it weren't for the one thing I could not have predicted in a million years. I've had horrendous luck in video games before. My entire PvZ Heroes career was built off of amazingly bad timings and losses. This is ridiculous! Twisted Scraps, in no time, came back, and if you could see my face, you'd think I'd seen Wario crawl out of my TV to deliver a jump scare. I froze up. I could not believe how rigged this was. I was in painting mode. I didn't have items. I didn't know where Poppy was. I was scared. So I stood there like a lemon, relying on the most unlikely outcome of Tisha moving out of the way and baiting out the raged attack. Like, this is the one at 1 heart, the one most likely new to the game, and I could not explain to you how small my sausage had to be to not even try to bring Scraps away again. Like, okay, like I was pretty stupid, right? But you know how many elements had to add up for that? Look, I had no words. All of this incompetence from both players and the obscene luck has to make this floor 1 just one of the most ear-grating, piss-drinking, glass-smashing, rage-baiting floor 1s I have ever played. Yes, as of writing, my highest floor is 62. Good day, sir.